All right, ladies and gentlemen, we're getting close. It's officially about 9 minutes out for evening. There we go. Okay. Finals, day number 2. So let me see. Everybody else get their Starbucks? Yep, Starbucks in the house. Mm-hmm. That's what I'm saying. What up, dude? One of my favorite doppelgangers ever. Michael, the official. My dude. I'm just saying you're my favorite doppelganger. Don't make me play 98 degrees. Man. Funny. All right, so for this evening, it looks like we're going to be going through, starting at 5 o'clock, the girls 11-12, and the guys 11-12, 50 breaststroke. If you are swimming in 50 breaststroke, or if you're swimming in 50, the ready room is going to be in the awards room. Then we're going to move on to 100 breaststroke. Then we're going to take a break for awards. We'll go into the 2 free, then awards, backstroke, awards, and then fly and relay. Okay.
Hello, everyone, and welcome to the Aqua Arena at the Recplex here in Pleasant Prairie for the 2018 Illinois Swimming Age Group Championships. This is day 2 of those championship meets. I am Jason Pfeiffer, joined along once again by Illinois Swimming Sport Director Tony Young. How are you, Tony?
I'm doing wonderful. Another great prelims. One in particular that's highlighted the age group 10 and under session in particular, and that was the CWAC 2 girls 10 and under medley relay who actually set a record this afternoon. They went in the 200 medley relay. They broke the record with a 2:21.28, breaking the old record from 2015. So highlights of the afternoon. Griffin O'Leary, again, a record-breaking machine. Every time that he swims both backstrokes throughout the entire summer, whether it is Speedo sectionals, whether it is here or at Invitational, he broke the 200 backstroke for 13-14 boys, LSC, and meet records with a 2:08.76. So another day of a fast start to another day. Records being broken again, and we're anticipating records being broken tonight.
We are definitely anticipating records being broken. Just a few of the events in this final session for this evening. We will have the 11 and 12 age group 50-meter breaststroke. That will be followed by the 13 and 14 age group. The 100-meter breaststroke. We'll have a brief awards break after that. Then we'll start with the 11 and 12 age group 200-meter freestyle. We will move on to the 13 and 14 age group 400-meter freestyle. We'll have another break after that. Then continue on with the 11 and 12 age group 100-meter backstroke. We will have the 13-14 age group 200-meter backstroke after that. One more break. Then we'll go to the 11 and 12 age group 200-meter butterfly. And we will finish the evening with the 13 and 14 girls, the 800-meter free relay.
So we have a lot of things that we're going to be bringing you tonight. Recaps of what happened in prelims, some updated team scores through the 10 and unders. We're going to recognize some of our great sponsors as we go through the evening. And we're going to bring you some pretty exciting racing on day 2 of the Age Group Championships.
Fast action indeed. Once again, we will start with those 50-meter breaststrokes. And we move on to that B final.
Oh yeah, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, it's about to go down. It is day number 2, the finals for the 2018 Illinois Swimming Long Course Age Group Championships. Once again, you know how I do this before.
All right, as we head into the finals, our first event's going to be the girls 11-12-50 backstroke. If you're watching at home, we have a lakeside starting in and we have a water park starting in. The 50s of all events start at the water park end, so that's where the podium is. If you see the backdrop of our Illinois State Championship podium, that's where the 50s will start. They will finish at this other start end of the pool. The scoreboard, if you're watching from home, why don't you tell them a little bit about the scoreboard?
Absolutely, Tony. Again, if you're watching at home on YouTube, the scoreboard will show you lanes 1 through 10, top to bottom. And if you're watching these young athletes in the pool, the lanes will start from 10 to 1 as we move right into this B final for that 50-meter breaststroke. In lane 1, it'll be Erica EQ. Lane 2, Gianna Gagliano. Lane 3, Panisa Piriakuve. Lane 4, Sophia Lynn. Lane 5, Burlington Bocos. Lane 6, Kate Pickford. Lane 7, Isabella Rosenbergus. Lane 8, Chloe Diner. Lane 9, Bryn Kleitch. And lane 10, Logan Howard.
AAA time standard for this event is 38:49. Most of these young ladies have already achieved that time standard. Let's see who can finish in that 11th place finish. Top 20 make finals. This is the B final.
Lane 7, that is Isabella Rogenbergus. Last 5 meters to go. Let's see who will touch that wall first. Reaching for it. It will be Rosenbergus with a 36.95 time.
Almost a quad A time standard. Beautiful swim out of Constellations. Now we're going down to the voice of the pool deck to introduce our championship heat.
Here we go. Heat 2A final for the girls 11-12 50-meter breaststroke. In lane 1, we have Avery Kleitch. Lane 2, Kelsey Wessel. Lane 3, Bridget McCann. Lane 4, Ruhi Cheaton. Lane 5, Kyla Duran. Lane 6, Miss Leah Hayes. Lane 7, Rose Jania. Lane 8, Kalia Hughes. Lane 9, Andrea Paradis. Lane 10, Lily Sandor. Good luck, ladies. Have a great race.
Championship final, A final of the women's 50-meter breaststroke as they are getting set in the blocks. And they are in the water. This final features one of the young stars, Leah Hayes, Tony.
Well, she was just off the record this morning. Top qualifier was not Leah Hayes, it was Kayla Duran from Wolfpack. Let's see what kind of race unfolds here. Meet record and association record 34.17.
First 25 meters, Leah Hayes has about a shoulder length body lead. Under her, that is lane 4, Ruhi Cheaton.
It's lane 5.
Lane 5, excuse me,
Kayla
sorry about
Duran.
that.
All right, 34 is the record, 34.17. Let's see what happens.
Leah Hayes will touch first
yeah.
at a 33.66 time. An incredible championship heat by Leah Hayes.
And that is a new meet and association record, 33.66.
Moving right along to the B final, the boys 11 and 12 group. 50-meter breaststroke here. In lane 1, we'll have Michael O'Connell from Academy Bullets. His teammate, Thomas Adomaitis, is in lane 2. From Palatine, we have Matus Stelsmazik. In lane 4, we'll have Jonathan Wang. He's from Wheaton. From Nassau Wildcat in lane 5 is Charles Buffton. Henry Chen will occupy lane 6 from Glenview Titan. From the Chicago Wolfpack, we'll have Jackson Heinlein Persault in lane 7. Jaden Vo is in lane 8 from Swift Aquatics. Kian Lamb will be in lane 9 from Fox Valley. And in lane 10, we have Felix Wang. Fastest seed time here in the preliminaries earlier today. That belongs to Charles Bufton from Nassau Wildcat. 37.07 was his preliminary time.
For the boys, meet association record 33.12, set back in 2013. The quad A time standard 35.69 and the triple A time standard 37.66. And it just shows the depth in our LSC is so many of these young swimmers in the B final have already achieved that triple A time standards, which qualifies them for the Central Zone Championships, which are held in Minneapolis, Minnesota next week. So they're trying to punch their ticket to be on the zone team, Team Illinois. As
Excellent.
we saw in the last heat of the last B final, a young lady was almost making the quad A time out of the B final. So expect fast swims in either heat as we go through the evening.
I'm definitely expecting fast swims. Again, this is the 50-meter breaststroke. It is a sprint distance from right to left. They are in the water.
Here is where
Great underwater
this is a
work.
power race. This is a power race. These athletes, you notice the athlete with the best start and pull out using that power move with that dolphin kick, that underwater pull out that looks almost like a butterfly stroke, really gives you that advantage at the top.
Lane 4, that was Jonathan Wang. But let's keep an eye on lane 8. Yes, that is Jaden Vo from Swift Aquatics. He is having a strong breaststroke. But right below him in lane 7, that is Jackson Heinlein Prezalt from the Chicago Wolfpack. Last 5 meters for these young men, reaching for that wall. It is Charles Bufton in lane 5. 37.04 is his time.
Great swim. Now we go down to the voice of the pool deck, and we are going to be introducing our championship final.
Here we go. Heat 2A final, lane 1. We have Mr. Wesley Zhao. Lane 2, Nathaniel Harris. Lane 3, Larry Rattler. Lane 4, Mitchell Nemec. Lane 5, Colin Zhang. Lane 6, Ernest Rabinovich. Lane 7, Nicholas Kamenika, sorry about that. Lane 8 is Mateo Young. Lane 9, Theodore Nikolov. And lane 10, Andrew Rosa. Good luck, gentlemen.
Championship heat here.
Colin Zhang, 34.09. Could he have a shot at breaking that record of 33.19? He's going to be pushed by Ravinovich right next to him out of Mundelein Mustangs. Let's see what happens.
Let's hope so. I want to see some records broken.
Here we go. Lane number 4 with the best pullout.
That is the best pullout. Mitchell Nemec from Homewood Flossmoor. Great first half of his swim, but it is bunched up at the halfway point, way too close to call. That is lane 4, Mitchell Nemec. But right above him in lane 5 is the fastest preliminary time belonging to Colin Zhang. Colin Zhang beginning to build on a lead last 10 meters for these young swimmers. Who
Record
will touch that wall
33.1.
first? It is Colin Zhang with a 33.98 time.
Beautiful swim.
Excellent swim, Colin Zhang. Congratulations. Moving right along now.
Now we move to the lakeside starting end for the girls 13-14 100-meter breaststroke.
In lane 1, we'll have Laura Misunis from Hornet age group. Ava Schlageter will be in lane 2 from Academy Bullets. Natalia Pliwa is in lane 3 from Glenbrook from Academy Bullets. In lane 4, we have Maida Federovicius in lane 4. In lane 5, Stephanie Voigt from Lincoln Way. Katie O'Connell will occupy lane 6 from Academy Bullets. Lauren Willie is in lane 7 from Delta. Caroline Kramer is in lane 8 from Hinsdale. From Coho Swim Club, we have Victoria Touros in lane 9, and Kristen Orlick from Delta Aquatics is in lane 10.
The quad A time standard, 1:16.69. Most of the young ladies in this field have achieved the AAA time standard. Again, when we watch the breaststroke, it is one of the strokes with the most need for technique.
Lane 6, Katie O'Connell, 7, Lauren Willie, and 8, Caroline Kramer both got off to great starts. About 15 meters left in this 100-meter breaststroke as they approach that first turn.
And it looks like the athletes with the best technique are going to have the most energy on the way home. But it is turn time.
First split coming up here.
Beautiful turn out of lane number 4.
5 and 5, yep.
Federer.
Stephanie Voigt, too, as well.
Watching the back half of the race, we're still seeing some great reach and glide. We're still seeing the athletes stay within themselves, staying within their technique. Here's the middle 25 that we've talked about. Right in this middle part of the pool, makes or breaks the race.
Lane 8, Caroline Kramer. Lane 6, Katie O'Connell. With just about 20 meters left, these young ladies are powering through with their breaststroke. All three reaching for that wall.
Continuing to press their kick through the last 10 meters.
Let's see who will get there first. Last few meters. It is Katie O'Connell in lane 6.
1:17.54. Dropped almost over a full second in finals. This is what the finals are for. Now down to the voice of the pool deck for our introduction of our championship.
Lane 1, we have Megan Mansfield. Lane 2, Kendall Pickering. Lane 3, Kate Hadley. Lane 4, Sarah Jess. Lane 5, Miss K. Gridley. Lane 6, we have Nina Mullen. Lane 7, Angelina Messina. Lane 8, Veronica Peachnick. Lane 9, Ashley Sego. And lane 10, Maggie Papa-Nicholas.
Top seed, Kaylin Gridley, again with a junior national qualifying time standard this morning. That's the second one. She's got the toughest meet and association records to break in this meet because they are Olympic trial qualifying standards that she has to break just to break a state record. But Kaylin 1:13.0. Nina Mullen with a great swim this morning as well, 1:15.
Yeah, Kaylin Gridley, one of the bright young stars we have in this 2018 age group meet. I thought that preliminary time was a misprint, Tony, but it's not. She's just that good with her breaststroke.
Again, we talked about her experience at the national level, which really provides a foundation for her to be able to just go out and race for time.
Approaching that first split here.
Over here in lane number 4, pushing on her right-hand side is Sarah Jass.
From St. Charles, Kaylin Gridley touches the wall at 34.45, her first 50 meters.
And you notice not only her distance off the wall, and it includes Nina Mullen, includes Sarah Jass, not only their distance off the walls, but how they come up with power right into their first 3 strokes.
Kaylin Gridley starting to assert herself with 25 meters left in this 100-meter breaststroke. Right above her in lane 6 is Nina Mullen. In lane 4, below her is Sarah Jass, battling for second place as Kaylin Gridley is widening her lead here, Tony, with just about 10 meters left.
Increasing her tempo, increasing the drive into the wall.
Reaching
Time.
for it.
Whoa!
1:11.93 for Kaylin Gridley. Nina Mullen is in second with 1:15.21 time.
What a beautiful swim that was. Outstanding.
All right, we will have the boys 13 and 14 age group here, their 100-meter breaststroke. In lane 1, we'll have Michael Romero from Cats Aquatic. New Trier is in lane 2, that's Grant Keppen. Nathaniel Tungle is in lane 3 from Delta Aquatics. Hickory Willow Swim Association is in lane 4, that's Bray Sanchez. Charles Heyman is in lane 5 from Mundelein. Jackson Hogue is in lane 6 from Glenview. From the Chicago Park District, we have Daniel Galinsky. He is in lane 7. Ricardo Ricciardi from New Trier is in lane 8. Jack Redden is in lane 9 from St. Charles. And from Hickory Willow, we have Alexander Smolecki in lane 10.
We have a lot of depth in the boys, 13-14 breaststroke. Both of these two heats deep in AAA time standards or above. So what we saw there, just a little bit of a jiggle on the blocks. The officials held them, asked them to stand up. He will not be disqualified. He was just ready to go off the blocks. The other swimmers were not coming down together, so it wasn't necessarily his fault. So the officials will let everybody swim. They just got to catch their breath and catch their focus.
Out of the blocks and in the water are the 13 and 14-year-old boys. Their 100-meter breaststroke. Great underwater work by all of them to start their race.
I'm pretty impressed with how they approach their first 35 meters. Some athletes are being very aggressive and really trying to get that initial speed to 15 to 35 to 50 meters.
Jackson Hogue off to a great start there in lane 6.
Let's watch the back half again. Let's watch the turns. Two-handed touch, knees underneath the chest, quick hip turn to the wall, and explosive push.
Jackson Hogue will touch first with a 33.17 split.
Very powerful turn, a very powerful underwater pullout. Over here in lane number 3, though, matching him is
Nathaniel Tungle from Delta Aquatics, definitely in the race as well. Right above Jackson Hogue in lane 7, that's Daniel Galinsky from Chicago Park District. These young men, he is coming. Let's keep an eye on lane 3. Again, that is Nathaniel Tungle having a strong second half as Jackson Hogue will try to hold off these swimmers. He is reaching for that wall, last 5 meters to go. It will be Jackson Hogue with a 1:10.72 time.
And that is a quad A qualifying standard. Nice swim there. We'll talk a little bit more about those motivational time standards upcoming. Now down to the voice of the pool deck.
All right, here we go. In lane 1, from Lions, Michael Flynn. Lane 2, from Hickory Willow, Casper Ligas. Lane 3, from Hinsdale, Derek Song. Lane 4, from Hornets, William Gallagher. Lane 5, from Academy, it looks like Tyler Spillane. Lane 6, from Champaign, Jake Regenwater. Lane 7, from Glenview Titans, Mr. Timothy Hayes. Lane number 8, from Cats Aquatics, Hunter Jackson. Lane number 9, from Glenbrook, Andrew Lubashenko. And lane number 10, from Bloomington, Mr. Camden Swigart. Good luck, gentlemen.
All right, our championship heat, Ty Spillane, Academy Bullets, the only swimmer under 110. The futures cut as we talk about those progressions in USA Swimming going from the Central Zone Championships to the Speedo Sectionals to the futures, USA Swimming Futures meet. That is one of the next steps in the progression, and Ty's just off that time, 108.69.
A great start by these young men. Tyler Spillane has that half a body length lead, first 25 meters, but let's keep an eye on lane 1, Michael Flynn out of Lions Aquatic.
Well, keep an eye on Tyler's body position. So you can still see his back as he reaches forward. He never lets that body position get down underwater where he's hitting too much resistance. Keeps that stroke moving forward and holding his stroke tempo.
First 50 meters touching that wall, Tyler Spillane will come in at a 31.97 split time.
Great underwater pullout down underneath him in 4. That's William Gallagher.
Yeah, William Gallagher from Hornet. A very great turn. He is trying to catch up to Tyler Spillane.
Look at you talked about lane 1 over here, Michael
Flynn. He is having an incredible second half to this race, Tony. Michael Flynn has just taken over a slight lead. It will be close. Last 15 meters, who will reach that wall first?
Ty Spillane
still with
a little bit of a lead. Let's see what happens.
Who will get there first?
Oh.
It is Tyler Spillane by 6 100ths of a second with a 109.44 time.
Great swim by Michael Flynn as well. All right, now we are on to the first awards break for the breaststrokes.
Illinois Swimming would like to thank the following sponsors, officials, and volunteers. Xfinity is the official cable and internet provider of all Illinois Swimming Championship webcasts. Speedo is an official sponsor of Illinois Swimming and all championship meets. At Athletico Physical Therapy, we know there is freedom from pain and you can get back to doing the things you love. If pain is slowing you down, visit athletico.com/appointments to request your complimentary injury screening and start feeling better today. We are proud to be the official provider of physical therapy for Illinois Swimming. Athletico Physical Therapy, better for everybody. The All-American Swim Team store is the official supplier and sponsor of Illinois Swimming and Team Illinois. We are now waiting for the award ceremony for the 50-meter and 100-meter breaststrokes for the 11 and 12-year-old age group.
All 58-meter breaststroke. Top 10. Looks like Avery Kleitsch in 10th place. 9th place, Lily Sandor. 8th place, Kelsey Wessel from Wheaton Swim Club. Sorry, Lily was from Scout and Avery was from McHenry. 7th place from Hornets, Andrea Perdis. 6th place from Fox Valley Riptide, Kalia Hughes. 5th place from Delta Aquatics, Bridget McGann. 4th place from St. Charles, Rose Jania. 3rd place with a time of 35.74 from Fox Valley, Ruhi Cheaton. All right, so the original state record was a 34.17. Two ladies took it down. With a 34.07 from Wolfpack, Kayla Duran. And in first place with a winning time and new official state record with a 33.66 from Riptide, Leah Hayes. These times are just getting so fast. Nice work, ladies. Ladies and gentlemen, put your hands together and make a nice warm round of applause for the girls 11-12 50-meter breaststroke, your top 10. Up next is going to be for the guys 11-12. Here we go. Top 10 for the guys, 11-12, 50-meter breaststroke. In lane, or not in lane 10. In 10th place from Chicago Wolfpack, Wesley Zhao. 9th place from Academy Bullets, Theodore Nikolov. 8th place from West Swim Club, Nathaniel Harris. 7th place from the Bullets, Andrew Rosa. 6th place from Wolfpack, Larry Rattler. In 5th place from Swift Aquatics, Mr. Mateo Young. 4th place from Elmhurst, Nicholas Kamenika. With a time of 34.80 from Mundaline, Ernest Rabinovich. In 2nd place with a time of 34.49 from Homewood Flossmoor, Mitchell Nemec. And in 1st place with a winning time of 33.98 from Patriot Aquatic Club, Colin Zhang. Gentlemen, congratulations. That was an amazing race. Make sure you're smiling and waving to your family and friends upstairs. Ladies and gentlemen, make some noise for the boys 11-12 50-meter breaststroke, your top 10 finalists, top 10 awards. Up next is going to be event 37, the girls 13-1400 breaststroke. All right, there it goes. Event 37, top 10, girls 13-14 100-meter breaststroke. 10th place from Swift Aquatics, we have Megan Mansfield. 9th place, her teammate from Swift, Veronica Peachnick. 8th place from Wildcats, Kate Hadley. 7th place, Alligator Aquatics, Maggie Papanikolaou. 6th place, from West Swim Club, Kendall Pickering. 5th place, from the Bullets, Ashley Sego. 4th place, from St. Charles, Angelina Messina. 3rd place with a time of 1:16.09 from St. Charles, Sarah Jass. 2nd place with a time of 1:15.21 from Academy Bullets, Nina Mullen. And in 1st place with a winning time of 1:11.93 from New Trier, Kaylin Gridley. Nice job, ladies. For those watching at home or watching on the YouTube live, my voice sounds so much cooler in an auditorium. Ladies and gentlemen, nice warm round of applause for your girls. 13-14, 100 breaststroke. Right into the last one, event number 38. This is the boys, 13-14, 100. 10th place from Bloomington, Camden Swigart. 9th place from Cats, Hunter Jackson. 8th place from Glenbrook Aquatics, Andrew Lubashenko. 7th place from Hinsdale, Derek Song. Tie for 5th with Glenview Titans, Mr. Timothy Hayes, and Hickory Willow, Casper Ligas. 4th place from Champaign, Jake Regenwetter. 3rd place with a time of 110.34 from Hornets, William Gallagher. 2nd place with a time of 109.50 from Lions, Michael Flynn. And 1st place with a winning time of 109.44. 1/10 difference. From Academy Bullets, Tyler Spillane. Actually, that was 600s. That's close racing. That's close racing. Gentlemen, great job. Ladies and gentlemen in the stands, make some noise for event number 38, the boys 13-14, 100 breaststroke. Nice job. Nice job. Make sure you guys are waving.
Next event, event 39, the 11 and
Let's give a little bit of a shout out to Leah Hayes on that record. Some things that people don't know about, a little bit of trivia. That record stood since 1995.
Yeah, that is a long time.
It's a long time coming for that record to fall. Lead them into the next event.
11 and 12-year-old girls, their 200-meter freestyle here. In lane 1, we have Hannah Johnson from Taylor YMCA. From the Maverick Swim Club, we have Haley Swatland in lane 2. Ava Salverson is in lane 3 from Dunlap. Rachel Kravtsov is in lane 4 from Glenbrook Aquatics. Enya Linson is in lane 5 from St. Charles. Fox Valley is in lane 6, that's Megan Ing. Sophia Tianulis is in lane 7 from Cats Aquatic. Victoria Zelinsky from St. Charles is in lane 8. Lane 9 will be occupied by Zaynep Uriyaman from Chicago Wolfpack. And in lane 10 is Abigail Wheeler from Springfield YMCA.
Fastest qualifier is Linson.
She is in lane 5, once again from St. Charles, but off to a great start, passing those first 25 meters. That is lane 3, Ava Salverson.
All right, let's talk about the 200-meter freestyle. Why is this such a challenging event? Well, you know, when athletes are coming up through the pipeline, what events do they focus on? Some of the events that build strength, strategy, endurance. This is the 200-meter freestyle. One of the toughest races in the sport of swimming long course meters because of the fact that you have to have all disciplines. As you watch the young ladies now build into that first 75, let's keep an eye on as we go through the back half of the 200s and the 400s, who pays attention to the coach's strategy and how they approach their back half.
Megan Ing with an early lead approaching the first 100 meters. Again, this is the 200-meter freestyle. Megan Ing, that is lane 6. As we come up on another split, Megan Ing will touch at 34.85, 106.08 on her first 100
All right,
meters.
we're watching the 50 splits here so we can follow how the athletes approach their races. 34.85, Ing is the fastest swimmer in the pool. Now comes that third 50. This is when the coaches tell them, this is when I want you to gradually add in your legs. Don't jump on it all at once because you still got a 75 left. But watch these young ladies start to challenge as they go into the 150 wall.
like Tony said, approaching that 150 wall. That is Enya Linson, who is having a strong swim. She, I believe, has just taken over a slight lead as they put feet to wall. Let's check her time. 36:08. That is actually Sophia Tianoulis in lane 7 with a great turn. And she has a lead now.
And keep an eye on the middle of the pool over here in lane number 5 as well. That is Linson.
Linson, Megan Ng right above her in lane 6.
Ng not giving it up. She saw her competition.
Let's also look at lane 4, Tony, as they swim those last 20 meters. That is Rachel Kravtsov from Glenbrook Aquatics. It is a bunch in the middle of the pool. Last 10 meters for these young ladies. Who will get there first?
Who got it?
Will be Megan Ng with a 2:18.29 time.
Beautiful swim, ladies. That was one great racing. Now down to the voice of the pool deck for the introduction of our A final.
Fergalicious. What? Heat 2A final for the girls 11-12 2 free. Lane 1 from NASA, we have Isabella Palmerio. Lane 2 from Wolfpack, Brooke Monarchy. Lane 3 from Delta, Bridget McGann. Lane 4 from Wolfpack, Renee Tan. Lane 5 looks like Fox Valley, Leah Hayes. Lane 6 from Wolfpack, Gabriella Veliz. Her teammate from Wolfpack in 7, Jessica Kurpikis, sorry. Lane number 8, we have West Swim Club's Gianna Capello. Lane number 9, Glenview Titans, Sophia Szymanski. And lane number 10, from Wildcats, Megan Markhart. Man. Good luck, ladies.
Championship final here in this 200-meter freestyle, once again featuring Leah Hayes.
Meeting Association record 2:06.08 set back in 2010 by Hannah Boyd of Redbird Swim Club. Now,
So
Leah just got out of another race. Maybe 10 to 15 minutes rest in between. She's going to have to push the last 75 on her own. She was 2:07.5 this morning. Gabriella Veliz, your second qualifier, and Renee Tan, both from Wolfpack on the outside of her. Let's see if they have some great swims. The AAA time standard is 2:24. All these ladies in this field have that. 2:17.69 is the quad A time standard.
Blistering first 50 meters for Leah Hayes, 28.96. I continue to be amazed by her, Tony. Approaching the first 75 meters, she's already got a body length and a half lead over her nearest competitors. There will be a race for second place, looks like. But there are a lot of great swimmers and a lot of race left as Leah Hayes
number
approaches.
7 out there is Kurpikis coming on strong.
She is swimming strongly as
Leah's
Leah
out
Hayes.
a 0080, 31.84. So if she holds within that 32-second range, she's 2:06.0, so basically she's got to go at 2:05. So she's going to have to really bring it home on this back out.
Jessica Kurpikis with a great split as well, though, 33.90. But this is seemingly Leah Hayes' race. She is a star in the making, approaching the 150-meter wall. She's got about a 3 body length lead now, and it's continuing to widen.
Let's see if she can hit a 32-second 50 split here. 32.8, she is on pace.
Great split for Leah Hayes. It is her race, but we do have a battle for second in lane 7. Yep, that is Jessica Kurpikis from the Wolfpack. She has a hold on second, but below her in lane 6 is Gabriella Veliz, challenging Kurpikis for second. This is Leah Hayes' race, however, swimming the last 10 meters.
5, she's got it.
She has a
2:04.83.
2:04.83 time. Leah Hayes is continuing to shine at these swim meets. Congratulations to her. Gabriella Veliz finishing strongly. She ends up in second with a 2:13.68. As we continue to move right along, this is the boys 11 and 12 age group, their 200-meter freestyle. In lane 1, we'll have Noah Aguado from Fox Valley. From the Lake Forest Swim Club, we have Ben Longway. He is in lane 2. Kevin Obochi is in lane 3 from Highland Park. 2 Chicago Wolfpack teammates in lanes 4 and 5, Peter Nolan and Steve Tapia. In lane 6 is Kyle Algrim. He's from St. Charles. Glenbrooks Aquatics is in lane 7. That's Jacob Germain. Charles Tracy is in lane 8 from the Wolfpack. Dragos Cosma from Swift Aquatics is in lane 9. And Turner Ferguson from the Wolfpack is in lane 10. Fastest preliminary time belongs to Steve Tapia in lane 5, 2:17.99. As these young men are in the water, approaching the first 25 meters. Great work. That is lane 1, Noah Aguado from Fox Valley. But let's keep an eye on lane 7 as well, and lane 3. In lane 3, that's Kevin Obochi from Highland Park. Lane 7 is Jacob Germain from Glenbrook.
Well, let's keep an eye. I want to give a little shout out down to lane number 10 from Chicago Wolfpack. That is Turner Ferguson from Wolfpack. His family is watching from New Zealand. So we have some far-reaching listeners. Shout out to all you folks out there in New Zealand that are cheering him on.
And in cheering them on, indeed, he is having a strong swim. In lane 1, however, Noah Aguado and Kevin Obochi are battling for a lead, approaching those first 100 meters. Let's see what these young men split at. Kevin Obochi will touch first. 104.03 on his first 100 meters, Tony.
All right, so we had no swimmers under that 2:15 mark. Let's see if these young men can bring it down to that 2:13.49, which is that quad A time standard. We've seen some breakout swims in the B finals. Could we see some here?
Lane 7, Jacob Germain right on your leader, Kevin Obochi's hip, having a strong meet. But let's look at lane 5. Is coming on strong is Steve Tapia. He's primed to have a big last 50 meters to this race. Let's see if he can get into that leader mix.
And here they go. Splits. Who's the fastest swimmer in the pool here?
It's Jacob Germain.
Germain at
in lane 7.
35.06.
Great turn by him. He has got about a half a length body lead, but in lane 3, that's Kevin Obochi, is right behind him and taking over a slight lead as they swim those last 25 meters. That is Kevin Obochi from Highland Park.
Going on.
There is some racing going on indeed, Tony. Kevin Obochi swimming his last 10 meters under the flags. It looks like he will touch first. Let's see what his time will be.
Nice, 2:13.
71 for Kevin Obochi. Jacob Germain will touch second at 2:14.91.
We were talking about breakout swims, almost a quad A time standard there out of the B final.
Great
now
swim by
down to
Kevin
the voice
Obochi.
of the pool deck for the introduction of the A final.
That's what I'm talking about. A final, Heat 2, Lane 1. From Academy Bullets, we have Theodore Nikolov. Lane 2 from Barrington, David Bassa. Lane 3 from Lincoln Way, we have Matthew Johnson. Lane 4 from Patriots, we have Colin Zhang. His teammate is in lane 5, Jaden Heinlein. Lane 6 from St. Charles, Chris Suk. Lane number 7 from Wolfpack, Aaron Gergerovich. Lane number 8 from his teammate from Wolfpack, Wesley Zhao. Lane number 9 from West Swim Club, Mr. Nicholas Myers. Lane number 10 from Academy Bullets, we have Code Podgorski. Good luck, guys. Have a great race.
Championship final in this 11 and 12 age group, 200-meter freestyle. Fastest preliminary belongs to Jaden Heinlein. He will be in lane 5, but in lane 4 will be his teammate Colin Zhang.
Tough record to take down in the 2 free 203.72 set back in 2013. Now, we saw Souk and Heinlein kind of battle it out in the 400 last night. Let's see if this turns into a race in the 200-meter freestyle as well.
I expect it to be just as exciting, Tony, as these young men approach their first 50-meter split. And who will touch first?
And you got to give Heinlein some credit. He gets those heels around on those turns, and he builds his lead through his technical skills off the walls.
29.34 for Jaden Heinlein.
Over here in lane
5.
3.
Lane 3, having a great turn as well. That is Matthew Johnson from Lincoln Way, but also in lane 4, Colin Zhang, who another quick turnaround for him. He's also having a strong swim so far.
These guys are setting up a great 200 freestyle. The goal here, 75 build. This next 50 is going to be that middle 25 on this next 50 is going to determine where the race unfolds.
101.69, first 100 meters for Jaden Heinlein. But right behind him is Chris Souk in lane 6. Right below him in lane 4 is Heinlein's teammate from Patriot Aquatic, Colin Zhang.
Well, these gentlemen are challenging Jaden in the middle of the pool. Challenging Jaden in the middle of the pool, and this is something that is going to make a difference on this far end turn down here.
150-meter turn for Jaden Heinlein. He touches first at a 135.67.
And he explodes off his wall. What a breakout. You saw the legs kick in right off his breakout.
Another turn, a good turn for Chris Souk, though. Souk as well, above him in lane 6, right on Jaden Heinlein's hip as they swim these last 25 meters. It is Jaden Heinlein with about a half a body length lead. Chris Souk behind him, and Colin Zhang below Heinlein in lane 4. We'll have a battle for second place as Heinlein will touch first. Let's check out his time. It will be 2:07.73 for Jaden Heinlein. Chris Souk is in second with a 2:08.85.
Nice time drops from those gentlemen. The goal in those the finals, whether it is a consolation B or the championship final, is drop time. Getting second chances help you make those corrections in finals. Those bodies are looser, they're rested, they're ready to go. Now we are going down to the voice of the pool deck to introduce our time final championship 10 seeds.
In lane 1 from Barrington, we have Emily Bucaro. Lane 2 from Sage YMCA, Miss Otzi Gomez. Lane 3 from Academy Bullets, Miss Cadence Forts. Lane 4 from Chicago Wolfpack, Julietta Tracy. Lane number 5 from Barrington, Lillian Reeder. Lane number 6 from Wolfpack, we have Piperwood Prince. From Barrington, we have lane 7, Addison Donfris. Lane number 8 from Lake Forest, Mary Grace King. Lane number 9 from St. Charles, we have Madison Supple. And in lane 10 from St. Charles, her teammate, Miss Paige Armstrong.
All right. 400 meter freestyle is a timed final event, which means that swims that were done earlier in today's heats have the opportunity to place in the top 10. Our fastest swim from the morning heats, Alexandra Mitchell from Wolfpack, with a 4:33.33. What a great swim for early session. That would probably put her in third place or fourth place just off the seed time. So again, time final event means the athletes don't swim this twice. They come in with a seed time that they've accomplished in some meet throughout the qualifying period, and they're seated in having the opportunity to swim at night, which is kind of prestigious in one way, but also an advantage for the athletes in another.
Great first 50 meters for Mary Grace King in lane 9, 30.54 for her. She is in lane 8 out of Lake Forest.
Keep an eye in the middle of the pool as they build through the 400. We talked a little bit about that 400 freestyle last night when the 11-12 swam it. It's going through that first 200 with controlled speed and trying to beat that first 200 on the back half.
Emily Baccaro is approaching the wall for the first 100 meters at a 1:03.88 time out, 33.2 on her split.
The idea here is for the athletes to keep power within their stroke, and if you counted strokes out here, I would tell you that we're seeing some great efficiency out of this pool right now. When I say that, athletes are, when you watch them on the screen, you may not think they're going fast, but a 33 seconds for a 50 meters is pretty tough.
Piper Wood Prince in lane 6 had a great split as well. She is right in that leaders group as they approach another turn. Underwater they go. It is Piper Wood Prince in lane 6, 33.58 on that last split.
Keep an eye on Lillian Reeder in lane number 5.
Fastest in the water, however, is 33.58. Again, Piper Wood Prince. Right below her, in lane 5 is Lillian Reeder, 33.99.
All right, meet record, association record is a 4:15.06. That's a junior national qualifying standard, bordering on senior national qualifying. So these young ladies have to go national swims to break this record.
200-meter turn here, 2:11.53 for Piper Wood Prince.
We have the fastest swimmer in the pool in the outside lane over here closest to us.
That is Emily Baccaro in lane 1 with a 33.65 on her split time.
And keep an eye, folks, if you're watching from home, lane 1 is at the bottom of your screen, lane 10 at the top. It's a opposite on the scoreboard. So if you're watching from home, we're talking about lane 1. That's Emily Baccaro from Barrington.
Let's keep an eye on lane 5. Again, that is Lillian Reeder. She is right there with those leaders.
Baccaro still with a slight lead.
Not the fastest split time, however, Tony. That belongs to the aforementioned Lillian Reeder in lane 5, 33.63.
All right, these Barrington girls are taught how to swim a great back half.
Lane 1, Emily Baccaro. Lane 5, Lillian Reeder. Lane 6, Piper Wood Prince. These young ladies are battling it out as they approach another wall.
It is Piper Wood Prince hanging
tough. Let's see those split times.
All right, Baccaro.
Wow, 33.81 for Emily Baccaro on that split, 3:19.24.
And we got the Barrington coach right on the side over here, so he is in his swimmers' faces. And here they come on that back half. They're taught to really focus on their back halves, really be strong in practice on the back half of their sets to be able to bring their races home.
Emily Baccaro maintaining her slight lead in lane 1. She is approaching the wall once again. Let's check that time.
Piper Wood Prince coming on again.
33,
not giving it up.
3.8 for Lillian Reeder, 33.86 on that split for Piper Wood Prince.
Oh, we got some racing again. This is at the end of a 400-meter freestyle.
Lillian Reeder in lane 5, Emily Baccaro in lane 1. They are stroke for stroke for that first place finish. Last 10, 15 meters for these young ladies. It's going to be exciting, Tony. Who will touch that wall first? Emily Baccaro, Lillian Reeder. Who will it be? It is Lillian Reeder.
Wow, great swims.
4:25.21 for Lillian Reeder. Emily Baccaro will take second with a 4:25.57 time.
And not bad for Piper Wood Prince as well. 4:26. We had that many girls. Let's see, 5 girls under 4:30. Great swimming, ladies.
As we move on to the
Top 10 seeds of the boys, 13, 14, 400-meter freestyle. We'll go to the voice of the pool deck to introduce that 10.
100. It's about to get down in here. Lane number 1 from Academy Bullets, Mr. Ernest Berdichowski. Lane 2 from Fox Valley, Ryan Dorer. Lane 3 from Barrington, Griffin O'Leary. Lane 4 from Wild Kit, Rex Mower. Lane 5 from Lions, Michael Flynn. Lane number 6 from Redbird, Mr. Tyson Tucci. Lane number 7 from Hickory Willow, Casper Ligas. Lane number 8 from Hornets, William Gallagher. Lane number 9 from Bloomington, Camden Swigart. And in lane 10 from Academy Bullets, Sean Wenner.
All right, top 10 seeds, time final event. Fastest time from the earlier heats was sung by Josh Knoll from Peoria Area Water Wizards with a 4:27.43. So that's the time to beat. And that time seed, according to these top 10 times, they place him in the top 5 or 6. Let's see what happens here. We got some great swims in the pool. 4:06.87. Set in 2016 is the Meetin Association record. And going out fast is Tyson Tucci. I didn't even have to look at the scoreboard. I already knew who it was.
Yep.
He likes to be aggressive, and he keeps that stroke tempo up all the way through the 400.
Approaching that first 50 is Tyson Tucci. 27.41, a blistering first 50 meters.
And he is going out, but just look at the wall over there below him. And Michael Flynn. Michael Flynn didn't have to go out with that type of tempo to get that time. He came off his wall and increased his tempo through just his push-off. He didn't have to use his arms.
Michael Flynn from Lions Aquatic. Let's also check out lane 3. That is Griffin O'Leary, who has had a great swim meet already so far in these first 2 days.
All right, keep an eye on Griffin. He's going to be a strong back half swimmer as well. Tucci still out front.
6'5", for Tyson Tucci. Under 59 seconds on his first 100.
Griffin O'Leary from Barrington. They have a kind of a specific technique to their race strategy. Coach Rob Emery really focuses on teaching them race strategy, and they are prepared when they come into meets on how to swim races. Now, there's a whole lot of fast swimmers in the pool, a lot of fast swimmers across our LSC that do the same thing. It's just noticeable tonight because we're watching some of these athletes actually in play tonight in the 400-meter freestyle. And again, Flynn with great dolphin kicking off the far end wall.
31.85 for Flynn on that split time, but not the fastest, however. That belongs still to Tyson Tucci by 1/100th of a second.
Michael Flynn getting over a little bit closer to the lane, working a little bit of a draft, trying to work a little bit of draft. Tucci won't let him in the draft at this point.
Griffin O'Leary just behind Tyson Tucci.
They're going to, if you're talking about record pace, they're going to be close to it on the way out at 2:01, 2:02. Tucci at 2:02.
4.2 for Tyson Tucci.
O'Leary at 32.25 is the fastest swimmer in the pool. Now we're starting to see the athletes start to build into this back half. As soon as they hit that 200 wall, it's programmed in them through practice. Programmed in them through coaches daily over the top of them. Now make your move, now make your move. There's a little voice in their head. Sometimes they can probably hear their coaches from the sidelines if you think about it, though.
Like you just mentioned, Griffin O'Leary starting to assert himself in this race. Still behind Tyson Tucci, who is having an amazing swim, 2:35.06.
And Tucci looks like Flynn by 1/100th. So they all split. That's almost the same exact split on that 50.
Tyson Tucci with just about a body length lead over Michael Flynn and Griffin O'Leary. But this is, like you said, Tony, where Griffin O'Leary will make his move. He has certainly cut into that lead already.
After we watched his 200 backstroke last night, if he flips over on his back, he could outsplit everybody. He's a great backstroker. Natural event for that young man, 31.93. So let's see what happens here. Tucci not giving it up.
No, he is not.
He's got a great distance background. That's the way he was raised, to be able to have that kind of endurance on the back half of his races.
Tyson Tucci from the Redbirds. However, Griffin O'Leary has pulled just behind Tyson Tucci. Griffin O'Leary in lane 3. It is going to be another exciting finish, Tony.
Let's keep an eye on this turn. It's going to make a big difference on how this race plays out going to the other end of the pool. O'Leary comes out with a couple dolphin kicks. They're both breathing at each other on this last 50.
32-1 on that last flip.
Flynn's not giving it up.
Flynn is definitely in this race as well. Griffin O'Leary in lane 3. Lane 5 is Michael Flynn. Lane 6 is Tyson Tucci.
It's eyeball
Griffin
to eyeball.
O'Leary has just taken over a slight lead, swimming the last 15 meters here. Griffin O'Leary is
they put their heads down right
gonna
here.
Touch that wall first. No breath for O'Leary.
Whoa.
He will get there first with a 4:11.47 time. Tyson Tucci will be in second, 4:11.93.
Keep an eye on these young gentlemen as they come up through the ranks. You may be looking at that next group of young men that can break 4 minutes and work towards the junior national time standards. So we have completed our 400-meter freestyles. We are going to go take our next awards break. And in the meantime, we're going to thank some of the most important people we have that are our partners in Illinois swimming.
Oceans Apparel is a proud sponsor of Illinois swimming. Over the past 17 years, Oceans Apparel has helped organizations raise over $2 million to help support youth athletics. Stop by their booth to pick up your official event merchandise and see all of the different styles and prints they have to offer. Remember to ask the Oceans Apparel representative how they can help raise funds for your organization. Illinois Swimming would also like to thank Wintrust and Marriott, who is an official sponsor of USA Swimming. Illinois Swimming would also like to recognize Team Unify, Bag Tags, and Hasty Awards. A special thank you goes out to the Cats Aquatic Club for hosting the 2018 Age Group Long Course Championships. We'd also like to thank Meet Director Sammy Jo Mailer and Entry Chair Jeff Arcey. Meet Referee Jack Yetter and Administrative Referee Tim Kroll and all of our officials.
No diving, please. Once again, no diving. Feet first entries. Slide in. Safety, safety, safety. Snapchat. Oh, snap. All right, cool. Ready to rock and roll. Event number 39, the girls 11-12, 200 free. Your top 10. In 10th place from Nessa Wildcats, Megan Marquardt. 9th place from Glenview Titans, Sophia Szymanski. 8th place from Delta, Bridget McGann. 7th place from West Swim Club, Gianna Capello. 6th place from Wildcats, Isabella Palmerio. 5th place from Wolfpack, Renee Tan. Wolfpack holding it down in lane, or for 4th place from Brooke Meinecke. Wolfpack with a 2:14.49, Jessica Karpikis. 2nd place with a 2:13.68 from Wolfpack, Gabriela Veliz. The old state record, 2:06.08. With a 2:04.83 from Riptide's Leah Hayes. I knew you were going to take it down. We had a conversation beforehand when she was picking out her song. I was like, man. Ladies and gentlemen, put your hands together for the girls. 11-12, 200 free. Your top 10. And a new state record. Wow, man. Wow. Up next for event number 40. Top 10, 10th place. Academy Bullets, Fyodor Nikolov. 9th place from West Swim Club, Mr. Nicholas Myers. 8th place from Academy Bullets, Code Podgorski. 7th place from Wolfpack, Wesley Zhao. 6th place from Barrington, David Bassa. In 5th place from Chicago Wolfpack, Mr. Aaron Gergerovich. Like Tony the Tiger, Gur. 4th place from Lincoln Way, Mr. Matthew Johnson. In 3rd place with a time of 2:09.80 from Patriot Aquatic Club, Colin Zhang. 2nd place with a time of 2:08.85 from St. Charles, Mr. Chris Sook. And in 1st place with a winning time of 2:07.73 from Patriot, we have Jaden Heinlein. Fantastic job, gentlemen. Fantastic job. Guys, make sure you're waving to your family and friends in the audience. Wave up towards the stands. You are live on YouTube. Just want to say what's up to everybody watching. Ladies and gentlemen, that was your boys, 11-12, 200 free. Up next, event number 41. Top 10. From New Trier Aquatics, Leslie Wendell. Ninth place from Wheaton, Marguerite Larson. 8th place from Bullets, Cadence Fort. 7th place from Lake Forest, Mary Grace King. 6th place from Wolfpack, Alexandra Mitchell. 5th place from Barrington, Miss Addison Dunfris. 4th place from Wolfpack, Julietta Tracy. This race was unbelievable. 3rd place with a time of 4:26.19 from Chicago Wolfpack, Piper Wood Prince. 2nd place with a 4:25.57 from Barrington, Emily Bucaro. And with a winning time of 4:25.21, 0.3 of a difference from Barrington, Miss Lillian Reeder. That race was unreal. I'm not going to lie. That was absolutely legit. And if you guys are watching along at home, unreal. I know you guys are clapping along as well. Ladies and gentlemen, that was the girls, 13-14, 400 free. Up next, we have the guys. Rock and roll. 10th place, Camden Swigart from Bloomington. 9th place, from Peoria, Joshua Knoll. 8th place, we have from Hickory Willow, Casper Ligas. 7th place, from Academy Bullets, Ernest Berdichowski. 6th place, Wild Kit, Rex Mower. 5th place, Fox Valley, I don't know if that's Riptide, Ryan Dorer. 4th place from Hornets, William Gallagher. In 3rd place with a time of 4:13.27 from Lions Aquatics, Michael Flynn. 2nd place with a time of 4:11.93 from Redbird, Mr. Tyson Tucci. And in 1st place with a winning time of 4:11.47 from Barrington, Griffin O'Leary. Once again, another highly entertaining race. That was amazing. You guys were just shooting it out the whole way through. Ladies and gentlemen, put your hands together for these guys. This was event number 42, the boys, 13, 14, 4.
All right, we're heading into the 11, 12-year-olds 100 backstroke. And this is another race as we go through the night. We have both the 11, 12, 100 backstrokes, the 13, 14, 200 backstrokes. So it's a backstroke session for us tonight.
And, go ahead, Tony.
Go ahead.
Okay, in lane 1, we'll have Natalie Sierzanowski from Fox Valley. From NASA Wildcat in lane 2, we have Megan Marquardt. Chloe Diner is in lane 3 from Delta Aquatics. West Swim Club is in lane 4, that's Gianna Capello. Kalia Hughes is in lane 5 from Fox Valley. From the Chicago Wolfpack, we have Zeynep Uryaman in lane 6. Eugene Shin is in lane 7 from Palatine. A pair of Patriot Aquatic teammates in lanes 8 and 9, Annika Parkey and Nata Elron. And in lane 10, Caitlin Willite from Maverick Swim Club.
I think it's interesting that you mentioned the Patriot Aquatic teammates. These athletes, as we saw in the 400-meter freestyles, they're training partners. That racing that goes on daily is what makes them that much stronger at the end of their races. That competitiveness comes from a day-to-day practice. Now, these young athletes here, when you look across the pool, there's varying sizes. Some of the girls are 11, some of the girls are 12. But underwater works and the mechanics in the back half of the 100 backstroke is key. So let's watch who comes out strong off the start. That explosive backward motion. And watch the athletes' heads position as they actually look back for the hole that they're going to make with their hands that their body follows through with.
In the water they are. And off they are. Once again, this is the 100-meter backstroke. Girls
Beautiful
11 and 12 age group.
1:11.59 is the quad A time standard. Again, we talk about those motivational time standards. That's about the top 15% of age groupers of the 11-12 age group in the country. That means the nation. So when these athletes are achieving those motivational time standards, USA Swimming places those in front of the athletes to give them targets, progressions to move from one area to the next in our sport.
Approaching the first wall in lane 5, that is Kalia Hughes, 34.5 on her first split.
A little bit close to that lane line. She kind of went into the corner of the lane. Remember, each one of those lanes is a rectangle, and if they swim down one side, back to the other side, they're swimming a little farther than everybody else in the pool. May not make a difference in the touch, but it will make a difference in the time.
Kalia Hughes, last 25 meters, has a slight lead, but let's look at lane 8. That is Annika Parkey from Patriot. She's having a strong second half of her swim.
That 1:11 is, we've seen some breakthrough swims where athletes are getting close to some of the top times in the nation.
Final meters. Reaching for that wall is Kalia Hughes at a 1:11.67 time.
Again, just off that quad A time standard.
Great swim by her.
Voice of the pool.
Lane 1 for the girls, 11-12, 100-meter backstroke from Chicago Wolfpack, Jessica Kerpikis. Lane 2 from Midway, Elizabeth Euler. Lane 3 from the Bullets, we have Hallie Reefsnyder. Lane 4, her teammate from the Bullets, Lauren O'Connor. Lane 5 from Wolfpack, Maya Arroyo. Lane 6, we have from Titan, Sophia Szymanski. Lane number 7 from Fox Valley, looks like from Tide, Megan Eng. Lane 8, Reese Frigetto from Alligator Aquatics. Lane number 9, we have Chicago Wolfpack's Ivy Chan. And in lane 10 from Mavericks, we have Elizabeth Ronsky. Good luck, ladies. Have a great race.
Meeting Association record 105.02 set by Grace Ariola back in 2013. And again, these records are not, we're kind of proud of these records, but this is a record that is a junior national. Basically, you got to go a junior national cut to break this record, which means that's even more higher in the standard of the progression of USA Swimming. Who's got the best breakout? It is Arroyo.
Arroyo already having a great swim meet, a great day in day 1. Off to an early lead, first 25 meters in lane 5, Maya Arroyo.
Okay, let's take a look at her technique. Very still head position, symmetrical stroke, not over pulling from one side to the other because you don't see her wavering from the middle of the lane.
Strong and straight in the water is Maya Arroyo approaching that first 50-meter turn, 32-31 from the Wolfpack swimmer.
Szymanski with not a bad split on the way out either.
Sophia Szymanski in lane 6 from Glenview Titan. Had a great turn, but
here's the middle 25. This is the key in the back half of this backstroke. And over there in lane 6, Szymanski starting to make a little bit of a move.
Making a little bit of a move, like Tony said, on Maya Arroyo in lane 5. She is trying to hold off Szymanski. Last 10 meters for Maya Arroyo as she will reach that wall at a time of 106.66.
Great swim by Arroyo.
Sophia Szymanski in second with a 109.18 time.
Getting much closer to that record. I tell you, these swims, when you watch them, don't just watch the clock. She was only 2 arm pulls away from that record.
Moving on to the boys now, 11 and 12 age group, their 100-meter backstroke. In lane 1, we'll have Evan Wachula from Swift Aquatics. Timothy Cho is in lane 2 from Glenview. From the Chicago Wolfpack, we have Charles Tracy. He's in lane 3. Gavin Stiglitz will occupy lane 4 from NASA. Tyler Bardak is in lane 5 from Maverick Swim Club. Springfield YMCA is in lane 6. That's Aiden Music. Steve Tapia is in lane 7 from the Wolfpack. From the Hinsdale Swim Club, we'll have Xavier Solovich in lane 8. Bryce Logger from Reach Aquatics is in lane 9. And Zachary Guerrero is in lane 10 from Swift.
That quad A time standard 110.09. Why we keep referencing that is that many of these athletes in this heat already have the AAA time standard. They're already qualified for that first step in national level meets, and that's the Central Zone Championships. So they're now moving on.
Timothy Cho in lane 2, off to a great start. Great underwater work by Timothy Cho in lane 2 from Glenview Titan. Let's also keep an eye on, is that lane 7? Yes, that is lane 7. Steve Tapia from the Wolfpack with a great turn, 34.75. Timothy Cho, however, 34.52 on his split, Tony.
Timothy doesn't really have the prototypical let's turn the arms over as fast as we can go. He takes advantage of every pull that he has. He's very, very strong underwater.
Last 25 meters, that is lane 7. Steve Tapia, he has a slight lead. But let's keep an eye on lanes 2 and 3. That is Timothy Cho and Charles Tracy. Stroke for stroke. Let's keep an eye on lane 5 as well. That's Tyler Bardak.
Looks like 7. I think it's Tapia.
7 will take it. Steve Tapia will hit that wall first at a 112.16 time.
Great swim, gentlemen. Now back down to the voice of the pool deck for the introduction of our A final.
About to let these guys loose. Lane number 1 from Cats, Edward Zhao. Lane 2 from Mundelein, Ernest Rabinovich. Lane number 3, Jonathan Wang from Wheaton. Lane number 4 from Alligator Aquatics, Artemi Zakrakemi. Lane 5 from Patriot, Jaden Heinlein. Lane number 6 from Glenbrook, Jacob German. And lane number 7 from West Chicago, Brady Johnson. Lane number 8, Mr. Noah Agotto from Fox Valley Riptides. Andrew Spencer in lane number 9 from Academy Bullets. And in lane number 10, we have from Mavericks, Caden McDonald.
All right.
Good luck, gentlemen.
Meet an association record 103.56 by Griffin O'Leary. We called his name a lot, and we'll call his name in a couple minutes. But we've also called Jaden Heinlein's name quite often. That young man has been hot, multiple-time winner. Backstroke has been one of his events close to state LSC records.
In lane 5, Jaden Heinlein from Patriot Aquatic with that fastest preliminary time in this heat.
104.90 on the way out, or from prelims. 103.56 is within that striking range. Let's see if he can get out right at that 31 mark.
Right in that lead pack.
That record.
Off to a great start, Jordan Heinlein, but above him on your screen, that is lane 6, Jacob Germain. Approaching that first turn is Heinlein with a 31.83 time, Tony.
Now, Heinlein did a great job of taking his last arm pull, pulling with it before coming over the top with his second pull, and that's what pulled him into the wall, and you see the end result just off the wall itself. So he attacked the wall with almost a double arm turn.
25 meters left. Jaden Heinlein has a body length lead and increasing. We will have a battle for second place, though. That is lanes 6 and 7, Jacob Germain and Brady Johnson. Jaden Heinlein, however, will win this championship final with a time of 104.24.
104.24, great swim, just off the LSC record from Griffin O'Leary, but he's sure an up-and-coming swimmer here in our LSC.
Brady Johnson second, 106.93.
All right, we're moving on to the 13-14 200 backstrokes.
For the young women, this is the B final. In lane 1, we'll have Angelina Cackles from St. Charles. Madison Dorn is in lane 2 from Reach Aquatics. From Cats Aquatics, in lane 3, that's Claudia Yoon. Ella Schrader is in lane 4 from Delta. Kendall Pickering is in lane 5 from West Swim Club. Molly Yetter is in lane 6 from St. Charles. Nutrier is in lane 7, that's James Sanderson. Madison Szymanski is in lane 8 from the Wolfpack. Jillian Wilson from St. Charles is in lane 9. And lane 10 will be occupied by Emilia Jadrika from Patriot Aquatic.
All 10 of these young ladies have already achieved the AAA time standard, shooting for that quad A time standard, 224.89. Huge USA Futures time standard, 224.79.
Great underwater work by these young ladies. Off to a good start. That is Claudia Yoon in lane 3. 2 lanes above her in lane 5, that is Kendall Pickering.
And we've seen Kendall Pickering, and we called her name quite often as an 11, 12-year-old. Now moving on to that 13, 14 age group, and it's a key component to making the next step is going from one age group to the next, getting yourself into finals as a 13-year-old.
33.72 for Kendall Pickering on that split.
And it's the key here is to be able to race like you would as a 13, 14-year-old, not a 12-year-old, and that means become adept to racing the 200s. The 11, 12-year-olds do race it, but at 13, 14, it becomes a much more stable component of your meets.
Last 25 meters coming on strong.
Nope, we got 200
sorry, 200.
So
that
again,
is Claudia Yoon in lane 3.
We got the same strategy in the 200 backstroke as we would the breaststroke, the fly, and the 200 freestyle. Let's watch these young ladies if they come off strong off this wall underwater.
Claudia Yoon
over there in 3 with that great underwater work from Cats.
37.22 on that split for Claudia Yoon.
Great still head position for Claudia. She and Kendall Pickering starting to build over there in lane number 6. It's Molly Yetter as well starting to make a move.
Having a very strong swim. Let's look at lanes 2 and 4. That is Madison Dorn and Ella Schrader, respectively, also having very strong swims.
We saw Jaden Heinlein really attack his last arm pull before coming over the top. Let's see how the ladies attack this far end wall.
Another split coming up. 37-2-4. That is lane 6.
It's Molly Yetter. Now, why that turn? Remember that it splits for these athletes in the middle are from flip turn feet to feet. So the turns become part of the splits. And we say they're the fastest swimmer in the pool. That's not true. They're the fastest swimmer and the fastest turner, so that makes them the fastest racer in the pool.
Molly Yetter with a slight lead, but coming on strong is lane 7, Jane Sanderson.
Here comes Jane.
In lane 7, Jane Sanderson, I believe, is just slightly taking over from Molly Yetter. Jane Sanderson finishing up strong. She will finish in second.
How did Yetter get that touch? I think, wow.
That
shows
was
you how
a great
important
touch
finishes are.
by Molly Yetter. 2:26.15 for Molly Yetter.
Now down to the voice of the pool deck for the introduction of our A final.
Gentlemen, Heat 2A final. Lane 1 from Palatine, PPD, Molly Lumsden. Lane number 2 from St. Charles, Christine Kelly. Lane number 3, also from St. Charles, Sophia Mruck. Lane number 4 from NASA, Carly Noveline. Lane number 5 from St. Charles, Caitlin Suda. From Academy Bullets in lane number 6, Tegan Oska. Lane number 7 from Titans, Michelle Kaner. Lane number 8 we have from Lake Forest, Mary Grace King. Lane number 9 from Barrington, Addison Dawn Friss. And lane 10 from Chicago Wolfpack, Miss Alexandra Mitchell.
All right, meet and association record 2:11:44 by Grace Ariola and 2:15. Let's see if Caitlin Suda or Tegan Osga, the top 2 seeds that we have, let's see if somebody can break down under that 2:20 barrier and go at 2:19.
Let us hope so. Young ladies are in the water.
Nice start. When you watch the differences of the backstroke starts, you see some of the athletes come over the top with their arms, some out to the side. And it's something that the coaches look for, their body balance and moving forward in the other direction. And you are right when you say great start. Let's give it to lane number 4.
Carly Noveline. Absolutely. Stayed underwater the longest there, Tony, and popped up in an early lead.
Well, Carly broke a record earlier in the meet, so we know that she is one of the top level swimmers that we have.
Approaching that first split time. Let's look at lane 7 as well. That's Michelle Kaner, 32.76 for Michelle Kaner, but Carly Noveline in lane 4, 32.71. Let's also keep an eye on outside smoke. That is lane 10, Alexandra Mitchell from Chicago Wolfpack. Right there in that lead group. Approaching that first 100 wall. Under the flags, the ladies go.
Well, Carly Noveline broke a record in the 100 freestyle. She flipped over on her back.
35.93 for Michelle Kaner in lane 7. 35.59 for Caitlin Suda in lane 5.
This is that third 50. This is the third 50. Did I control the race enough? Now, how do they build their tempo? They'll add in their legs, because in that last part of that last 25, their finishing speed is going to come from the strength in their legs to be able to build that tempo. If their legs get tired, the tempo will slow down.
Caitlin Suda is having a great split here, Tony. Let us check her time as she approaches that wall. 36.26.
Again, Novaline with some great underwater work.
Right there with Caitlin Suda is Carly Novaline in lane 4. Lane 5, Caitlin Suda. Lane 7, however, is Michelle Kaner. Also right there is as the young men finish up here. B final, 200-meter backstroke. Let's see who will touch that wall first. It will be Omar Fatala with a 2:18.20 time. Luke Thorell in second place from West Swim Club with a 2:18.51.
Okay, now we're introducing our championship final. Introducing our championship final.
Final.
championship final, 200-meter backstroke, 13-14 age group. As they are off and underwater.
We apologize. We had a power outage for all your folks at home. We're just trying to get everything back online. We have with our current record holder, Griffin O'Leary, in the water right now. We'll kind of follow him through his record-breaking swim this morning.
He is in lane 5, Griffin O'Leary from Barrington Swim Club. Great start to the race, however, in lane 2, Alexei Filipovic from St. Charles.
We're having a little problem with restarting one of our cameras, so we're going to kind of call the times for you as they go through this race. And 31:09 was his split on the way out this morning, 30.30 tonight for Griffin O'Leary on the way out.
A great start for Griffin O'Leary. Again, we will be calling his name a lot this swim meet. Let's keep an eye on lane 2, however. Alexei Filipovic, stroke for stroke with Griffin O'Leary as they approach that first 100-meter.